All right, let's get right into it. If your business is using Voice AI, you already know it can be a total game changer. But how do you really know if it's working? Today, we are going to break down the complete framework for measuring your Voice AI's performance, turning that mystery into a clear roadmap. This isn't just about crunching numbers, it's about making your AI a real strategic engine for your business's growth.
So let me just ask you straight up, is your voice AI flying blind? It's a common fear, and for good reason. You've poured time, money, and resources into this incredible technology, but without the right measurements, you're pretty much just crossing your fingers and hoping for the best, with no real way to steer the ship. And if you're a business leader, I'm willing to bet these are the exact questions bouncing around in your head. What should we even be tracking here? What does good even look like for us? Without those answers, your powerful AI is just a big, expensive, operational black box. And this brings us right to what we call the AI blind spot. It's that huge critical gap between just having an AI and truly understanding the impact it's making. Honestly, it's a pretty dangerous place for any business to be operating from. Because think about it, without measurement, you are missing the entire story. You just can't see the real day-to-day impact it's having on your customers or your team. You can't justify the investment to your higher-ups. And maybe most importantly, you have zero data to guide you on how to make it better. You're basically stuck. But here's the good news. There is a clear way out of that blind spot. We're about to walk through a framework that's going to act like a brand new dashboard for your AI, giving you all the clarity you need to make smart, data-driven decisions. The whole thing is built on 5 super essential pillars. We're going to look at everything from the nuts and bolts of the conversation itself, all the way up to the big picture strategic impact on your entire business. This structure is your map to understanding performance from literally every angle.
Okay, let's start with a really fundamental one. Answer rate. This is the absolute baseline. It's simply asking how many calls did your AI actually pick up versus how many were dropped or missed. If this number is low, you're losing chances before a single word is even spoken. It's all about rock-solid reliability.
And your goal here isn't just to be okay, it's to be incredibly dependable. You should be shooting for a 95% answer rate or even higher. That tells you your AI is catching all those interactions that a busy human team might accidentally let slip through the cracks.
Next up, engagement rate. So, the AI answered the call, great, but did the caller actually stick around to talk? This KPI measures what percentage of people actually start interacting after the greeting, instead of just hanging up right away. Now, what's so powerful about this metric is how much it tells you. A low engagement rate is a huge red flag. It's screaming that your opening script, or your AI's tone, or even its stated purpose is just off. People are getting confused or turned off in the first few seconds. This is your #1 clue for where to start optimizing. Now let's talk about efficiency. This quote just makes the value so perfectly clear. It's not just about handling calls, it's about getting time back. 600 minutes, that is 10 hours of human work saved every single day. When you start tracking call handling time saved, the ROI just becomes undeniable. And all that time saved, it translates directly into cost reduction right across the board. We're not just talking about lower staffing costs. We're talking about cutting down on pricey overtime, minimizing costly human errors, and getting rid of all those hours spent on boring manual admin work. The impact is felt all over your P&L.
But ultimately, we have to connect all this AI activity to actual business results. And that's exactly where the conversion rate from AI-handled calls comes in. This metric is the big one. It tracks how many of the leads your AI qualified actually became real appointments, bookings, or sales. This is the KPI that draws a direct line from your voice AI to your bottom line.
So, collecting all this data is one thing, but the real magic happens when you turn that data into actual decisions. This next part is all about how you can read these numbers to create a cycle of non-stop improvement.
So here's your analysis playbook. You gotta look for trends over weeks and months, not just day-to-day blips. You absolutely have to study where callers are dropping off mid-conversation. That is a goldmine for script improvements. And keeping an eye on escalations helps you figure out that perfect line between what the AI should handle and what really needs a human touch.
This comparison is so key to that analysis. You know, the goal isn't for AI to replace humans, it's to supercharge them. AI is just unbeatable at being available 24/7 and responding instantly. But humans, they are essential for complex empathy and handling those totally unexpected curveballs. Knowing where each one shines lets you build the perfect workflow.
And this, right here, is really the main takeaway. Measurement isn't some project you do once when you launch and then forget about. No way! It is an ongoing process. The absolute best voice AI systems are the ones that are constantly being monitored, analyzed, and tweaked based on what the real-world data is telling them.
So, after all of this measuring and analyzing, what does a truly high-performing voice AI system even look like? Let's paint a quick picture using the target numbers you should really be aiming for.
First, it all starts with near-perfect reliability. We're talking an answer rate of 95% or higher. You're capturing pretty much every single opportunity that comes your way.
Next, your intro is so clear and compelling that your engagement rate is over 70%. That means the huge majority of callers are actively choosing to interact.
And finally, your whole conversation flows so smoothly that fewer than 10% of callers hang up before they get what they need. Now that is the mark of a truly great customer experience.
When you put them all together, these metrics aren't just random numbers on a screen. They represent the new standard of excellence. Hitting these benchmarks means you've officially moved beyond basic automation and you are truly unlocking the strategic power of voice AI for your business.
So, we'll end with this thought. Your AI is generating a massive amount of incredibly valuable data with every single call. It's talking to you, it's telling you what's working, what's not, and what your customers actually want. The real question is, are you listening?